Today I'd like to do a review of 3 different minimalist wallets. The first one is the Ridge, and this one's in the titanium black. The next one is the Dango T01 Spec Ops tactical wallet. And the third one is a very well-known Trayvax Contour. So each of these wallets, they're all fantastic in terms of quality, and they're all rather expensive as well. But they all have sort of a different niche and different features that if you were evaluating them, you might pick one over the other. So let me start with the first one. We'll start with the Ridge here. The Ridge is really the simplest of the bunch, and it's a really interesting product. This particular one is, like I said, a black titanium, and the way that it works is you put cards in the center, and then to eject them you just sort of push on this little notch where they poke out. This particular model has a money clip. There's another one with a money strap, which I think actually tends to be a little more popular than the clip, although both seem fine to me. And the concept of this is really simple. These two clamshells, if you were to pull apart, and your card would go down inside here, and you put them in the order maybe most likely to be used on the top, and then when you push your cards out, you just sort of pull out whichever card you want. And finally your money would clip on the back here. And then the clip seems nice and rigid and sturdy. It comes with a little screwdriver with a Torx head, which will let you take out the screws if you wanted to take it apart for cleaning or something. And all in all, it seems very rugged, very simple, lightweight, and I don't know if you noticed, but it's very small as well. It's just a little larger than a credit card. So it's really great for like a front pocket or something like that. So I think this is a really good product, especially for a front pocket carry for a small wallet. So that's the Ridge. Definitely a nice wallet. The second one, I'll go ahead and do this Dango T01 Spec Ops. And the Dango, they have many different wallets, and they're similar designs, but this particular one is sort of meant to be more like a tactical type wallet. Comes with a little paracord clip type thing, a little lanyard. And what's neat about it is, you probably first noticed, is there's a multi-tool built into it. And that's good and bad, depending on what your use of the wallet is. So again, it's similar in function to other wallets. It has a little pouch here on the outside where you could put either a credit card or something small that you wanted to store there. It has a band for you to store your money that works fine. It's sort of a rubbery material. And inside the middle here is this clamshell, very much like the other one, where you could store your cards at. And it's also where the multi-tool is at. Now the multi-tool is locked in place. There's little fingerlets that hold it in place. And so to get it out, you have to sort of work it where it frees up out of those fingerlets. And it has different positions that it can come out at. But it locks at each place. So for example, you could work a multi-tool. If you had a little blade here, you could work something, shave something off, or cut something with it held in place and locked in. And that makes it really kind of a neat product in terms of being practical to use while you're out doing something. It gives you a piece of steel with some sharp edges that you could work something, which is kind of neat. To me, this wallet is really a very specific wallet in that it would go really great for like to attach to a backpack, for example. Because I don't think you'd want to do it as a front pocket wallet. To me, there's a piece of rubber here that protects your fingers from getting across the little saw blade, but again, in the same way with the little can opener on the other end, it's indented a little, but nevertheless, this doesn't strike me as really a front pocket wallet that you want to slip in. It's also quite a bit larger than, let's say, the Ridge wallet. But instead, you could use the lanyard, or you could clip it here. There's a little clip spot here, and you could hang it on the side of let's say a backpack or something like that. And I think it works really well for that capacity, where you needed to, maybe you're going hiking or something, you need to bring your ID and a little bit of money, you want to have a little tool with you. I think that works great. So that's the Dango T01 Spec Ops. And then the third one is the Trayvax Contour. And anybody who's been in minimalist wallets knows about Trayvax. But the Trayvax wallet is a little different. It's got a frame, and then it's got a little leather housing around it. It's got a snap it's one of these specialty snaps, sort of like gun holsters, where you have to go at the right angle to get it to come off. You can't just pull it off straight, and that's to keep things from falling out. And again, the way this would work is that creates a little pouch for your cards, your ID and other things to go right in there. And then this would lock them in place, works perfectly. You have a little bit of visibility so you could show an ID, which would be kind of nice. It does have a little bottle opener or something right there as well, and a little hook for, maybe hooking it on a little carabiner or something if you wanted to put it on a backpack. So it is sort of a compromise between the two. It's not as small as the Ridge, but it's not as large as the Dango T01. The leather's nice. It seems nice and sturdy, like it would last a long time. They have a great warranty on it as well. The metal is nice and well finished. Everything seems professional quality about it. The snap works well. Again, you just have to get used to opening it at an angle there. It's got a little adjustment screw here, so if you put more cards in, you could adjust that screw to give you the right distance so that it locks easily for you. It strikes me as something you could use in either capacity, either a front pocket wallet. There's nothing sharp to get you. It's not quite as convenient to get the cards in and out, but almost, as the Ridge wallet, let's say. And it's not quite as tactical. It doesn't have it has the little opener, but it doesn't have the multi-tool like the Dango T01. So it's kind of a compromise wallet. So again, I'll just take them all out side by side here. You can see them. And you get a feel for I'll put them in order that I reviewed them here. To get a feel for the relative sizes of them. The Ridge wallet, I think, is the smallest, sort of sleekest of the bunch, but again, a nice minimalist feature to it. It probably would never wear out, ever. I'm not sure any of these actually would ever wear out, to be honest. The Dango T01, like I said, it's very, very rugged piece. Nice steel multi-tool in there with lots of little functions on it. A place to hang it off the backpack, a little rubber strap to put your money on, or any other IDs or things. And then the Trayvax Contour, which, like I said, is kind of a compromise between two, kind of a really neat design, honestly, with the leather pouch here. It seems very cool. You can store it, you can put your money right in here and fold it up, and it's nicely, safely tucked away. So, if somebody were to ask me which would you recommend, it really would depend on your use of it. If you're going to do a front pocket, just a little, you want something to wear in your trouser pocket, the Ridge would be a great choice. If you're thinking something a little more outdoors and tactical that maybe put on your backpack, I think the Dango T01 would be perfect. And then it could be, either of the two options. You could use this Trayvax for. Just something about leather is always nice, feels kind of neat, and their neat little pocket design is pretty cool. Seems like an efficient way to do it. Again, not quite as small as the Ridge, but not quite as large as the Dango. So, all in all, three very good products. I wouldn't pick one as being better than the other. They're all comparable in price, and really they're all fantastic products with just slightly different uses.